Warrior. Picture this. You wake to a silent room, but your mind roars with chaos. Before your feet hit the floor, exhaustion grips you not from the day ahead, but from relentless thoughts. What if I fail? Why did I say that yesterday? Am I enough? You haven't moved. Yet, you're drained. The worst part. This chaos feels normal, but deep down, you know it's not right. No one taught you this truth. Your mind isn't your enemy. It's your fortress, your anchor, your guide, not a place to fear. Your mind shouldn't ambush you in quiet moments. Yet no one told you this. You can't fix what you avoid. You might drown it out with noise, scroll endlessly, or numb it with toxic habits. But silence returns, and with it, everything you've buried. That's not weakness. It's a signal. It's a call to lead yourself. Your mind isn't broken. It's untrained. Like any powerful tool, it can harm you until you master it. Enter Stoicism, not empty philosophy, but a warrior's code. Stoics weren't serene monks. They were emperors, slaves, exiles, men who faced betrayal, loss, and chaos. Yet they never let those storms rule their minds. Why? They knew one truth. It's not what happens to you that breaks you, but how you think about it. Marcus Aurelius, amidst war and plague, wrote to himself, "You control your mind, not the chaos outside." That's not a social media quote. It's a lifeline. You can forge that same strength. You don't need to be emotionless or ignore your feelings, but you must train your focus and reclaim your inner world. If you don't, the outside world will seize it. Be honest, your mind is pulled in every direction daily. Social media comparisons, fear of missing out, regrets from the past, anxiety about the future. These voices tell you who you should be. No wonder you feel overwhelmed. No wonder you struggle to breathe. But hear this. You're allowed to pause. You're allowed to take back control. It's never too late. This video isn't about perfection. It's about owning your thoughts, emotions, and choices. We'll uncover 7 hard but healing Stoic truths to stop chasing peace and start building it from within. This isn't fleeting motivation. It's a battle plan for your mind. Do this now. Close all distractions. Silence the outside noise. Let this be the moment you stop running from your mind and start mastering it. If this resonates, hit like, share your affirmation in the comments, and pass it to someone you respect. Subscribe if you're ready to forge a mind you can trust. Write this in the comments. My mind is my stronghold, and I will defend it. First truth. Don't let emotions steer your life. Marcus Aurelius said, if you're disturbed, it's not the external thing, it's your judgment of it. This is raw truth. Your emotions are real, but they're not always right. They're signals, not commands. Yet most men treat emotions like the driver, while they're just passengers. You feel sad. You shut down. Angry. You lash out. Anxious. You avoid life. But what's the cost? When emotions rule, they crash your life. A Stoic mind feels everything but doesn't obey every impulse. Be real. Have you ever said something in anger you later regretted, made a bad call out of fear or envy? That's what happens when emotions act without your consent. The first step to mastery is this. I feel this emotion, but I don't have to act on it. Here's a tool when a strong emotion hits. Pause, and name it. Say, this is anger. This is fear. This is shame. Naming it separates you from it. You're not the emotion, you're the observer. Then ask, what would the wiser version of me do now? That pause and question kickstart your rational mind, stopping reckless reactions from becoming regrets. Stoics call this the power of deliberate choice, acting with intention, not blindness. You can feel sad, yet show up to work. You can feel fear, yet speak truth. You can feel anger, yet choose silence. Discipline isn't suppressing emotions, it's guiding them. Make it personal next time. Emotions overwhelm. Write them down before acting. Their grip weakens on paper. This is what Marcus Aurelius did. His meditations weren't for fame, they were his self-check, saying, "This is my emotion, but this is how I choose to act." Imagine your strength if you did this daily, not perfect, but aware. Second truth, slow your thoughts before they control you. Seneca said, "The poor man isn't the one with little, but the one craving more." Your peace isn't stolen by big problems, it's the small, racing thoughts that pile up and hijack you. One moment, you're fine. The next, your mind's spiraling. What if I fail? What did they mean by that text? Why are others ahead of me? What if tomorrow goes wrong? Suddenly, you're trapped in a mental whirlwind, stressed, distracted, exhausted, without leaving your chair. Overthinking isn't a sign of deep intelligence. It's a sign of poor control. You can be brilliant, yet a prisoner of your own mind. Stoics knew this and trained their thoughts like disciplined soldiers. They believed thoughts need direction, not endless wandering. To slow them, first notice when they're racing shallow breaths, pounding heart, rereading the same line. Then do something bold. Stop. Close your eyes. Breathe in slowly. Exhale slower. Name one thing truly bothering you, just one. Most overthinking is your brain juggling 10 things at once. Tell your mind, focus on this alone. You're not ignoring the chaos, you're choosing not to drown in it. Try this Stoic practice to transform your day-nightly reflection. Each evening, ask yourself, what thoughts stole my peace today? Were they real threats? How could I respond with more calm tomorrow? When you reflect, instead of react, you forge a habit of control. Your mind sharpens, stops panicking, knowing you're listening. You'll notice something powerful. Slowing your thoughts restores your energy. You hear your true voice, not the world's noise. Stoicism isn't about silencing thoughts. It's about not being their slave. You can't stop your brain from thinking, but you can stop harmful thoughts from ruling you. Every thought is a guest. You decide who stays for dinner. Write this in the comments. I slow my thoughts. I choose what stays. Third, truth. Nourish your mind. Don't poison it. Marcus Aurelius said, "Your soul takes the color of your thoughts. You're not just what you eat, you're what you consume mentally. If you feed on gossip, drama, fear, or comparison, no wonder you feel anxious, empty, or lost." Most men scroll their phones like they're snacking mindlessly, consuming whatever pops up. Imagine eating that way, swallowing anything offered, even if it's toxic or spoiled. You'd get sick fast. Now ask, how long have you been feeding your mind junk without noticing? Stoics guarded what entered their minds because they knew a weak mind isn't born weak. It's poisoned by distraction and mental garbage. So here's the challenge. Audit your mental diet. Ask, who do I follow online? What conversations do I allow? Am I feeding wisdom or noise? Your mind feels foggy because it's clogged with meaningless content, lacking truth or purpose. You don't have to live like that. Reclaim your mind like you'd reclaim your body by quitting junk food. Start small. Replace one piece of mental trash with one piece of wisdom daily. Read 2 pages of Stoic writings. Watch 10 minutes of something that teaches clarity or truth. Sit in silence and reflect instead of scrolling. It sounds simple, but it's the seed of transformation. And don't just guard your inputs, protect your conversations too. If someone's always negative, gossiping, or shallow, limit their access. It's not rude, it's protecting your peace. No matter how strong your body, a poisoned mind drags you down. Ask daily, does what I consumed today make me a man I respect? If not, it's unworthy of your attention. Each time you take in something, ask, does this sharpen me or dull me? Does it feed fear or fuel strength? What you nourish grows. Write this in the comments. I feed my mind clarity, not chaos. 4th truth. Train your mind to observe, not absorb. Seneca said, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Picture this. Someone frowns as they pass you. Instantly, your mind spins a story. They're angry at me. I messed up. People are pulling away. But maybe they're just having a rough day. Maybe it's not about you at all. Yet most men absorb every glance, every silence, and turn it into pain. A Stoic doesn't soak up emotions, he observes them. He sees events as they are, not as his fears paint them. Not every feeling is truth. Not every comment is fact. Not everything you notice is about you. It's exhausting, isn't it? Always assuming others are judging you. Their actions, hiding secret messages, or feeling insecure when nothing's wrong. Train your mind to see things clearly, not through the lens of fear. Here's how. Pause before jumping to conclusions. Your brain craves quick answers. They didn't text back. They must hate me. Instead, ask, could this mean something else? Do I have evidence? Or just a feeling? That single pause can break 90% of your overreactions. Next, separate facts from emotions. Feeling rejected is an emotion. But is it true? Are you really being excluded? Or is an old wound? Speaking. Seneca reflected nightly, asking, did I see things clearly today? Or did fear cloud the truth? It's not easy, but it's freedom, freedom from invisible wounds. 3rd, be curious, not paranoid. Instead of judging, ask questions. Instead of, they're ignoring me, think, maybe they're tired. Maybe they're distracted. Maybe this isn't about me. This isn't weakness, it's mastery. It's Stoicism in daily life. Choosing clarity over assumption. Assumptions become stories. Stories become beliefs. And beliefs shape who you are. Don't let a false story live in your head. Be a calm observer, not an emotional sponge. Write this in the comments. I observe the world. I don't absorb its noise. 5th truth. Teach your mind to embrace the unknown. Epictetus said, don't demand things happen as you wish. Let them be as they are, and you'll find peace. We hate uncertainty, not knowing what others think, what's next, or where decisions lead. That fear of the unknown fuels anxiety, trapping you in overthinking. But Stoics shift this. You don't need to know everything to find peace. You just need to trust you can handle whatever comes. That's real control. Not mastering the storm, but how you navigate it. Modern minds crave instant answers, Googling everything, overanalyzing texts, predicting the future until you're exhausted. A Stoic mind says, do what I can, prepare, and accept what I can't control. That release isn't weakness, it's wisdom. To build this, start with absolute presence. Ask what's true right now. Am I in danger? Or just fearing what might be? Fear lives in what if, not in the present. You can't build peace in a world of maybes. Second, let uncertainty be your teacher. The unknown sharpens humility and patience. It builds trust, not in outcomes, but in your growth. When Epictetus lost everything home, freedom, he didn't break. He said, they can chain my body, not my will. Why? He trusted he could face anything with clarity. Each time you resist the urge to force certainty, you train your mind to stand firm in the unknown. That's power. Third, carve out space for silence. Answers don't come from noise. They come in stillness, patience, and letting time do its work. Give yourself permission to say, I don't know yet. And that's okay. The right answers come when you're ready or when life decides. This isn't laziness. It's emotional maturity. You don't need to predict everything. Just trust you'll handle it. Write this in the comments. I release the need to know. I trust my strength in the unknown. Sixth, truth. Build daily mental habits, not mood-driven ones. Epictetus said, don't explain your philosophy, live it. Some days, you wake up strong, focused, ready. Others, you're anxious, irritable, lost. The difference, most men let feelings dictate their actions. If they're motivated, they act. If they're down, they quit. That's a dangerous way to live. Moods are fickle, like shifting weather. If your life hinges on feeling good first, you'll never master your mind for long. Stoics chose a better path. They didn't wait for perfect energy. They built daily rituals to sharpen their minds, no matter the mood. Ask yourself, do I have mental habits? Not just to-do lists, something to center you before the day's chaos takes over, because life will always be loud. Start with 5 minutes of silence each morning. No phone, no noisy. Just sit. Breathe slowly. Let your mind settle. This isn't trendy meditation, it's aligning your soul. Before the world pulls you, check in with yourself. Second, write one guiding sentence. Stoics wrote to themselves to stay grounded in a chaotic world. Try this today. I won't rush. My peace isn't negotiable. I choose clarity over reaction. Simple, powerful, intentional. You don't need a perfect journal, just consistency. Third, detach action from emotion. Feeling lazy or tired, show up anyway, even at 40%. The future doesn't care how you felt today, only what you did. Your mind will respect you when it sees you don't fold with every mood swing. That respect builds confidence. That confidence grows into power. That power becomes control. You're not your emotions. You're your daily disciplines. Write this in the comments. I act with discipline, not emotion. Seventh truth. Make your inner world stronger than the outer one. Marcus Aurelius said, a man's worth is no greater than his ambitions. The world is loud, fast, relentless, full of opinions, comparisons, and pressure to perform. In that chaos, most men lose themselves, chasing validation, approval, or freedom from judgment. They build their identity on things they can't control, likes, praise, or others' perceptions. But Stoics knew better. If your peace relies on the outside world, you'll never own it. True mastery is forging an inner world so strong that external chaos can't shake it. Here's how to start. First, stop seeking validation. You don't need everyone to understand or agree with you. Sometimes, being misunderstood is the price of living true. Tell yourself, if I'm honest and intentional, that's enough. Second, redefine success. What is success to you? Peace, self-respect, showing up daily. No matter what. Write your definition and let it guide you, not trends, noise, or flash. Third, celebrate inner victories, staying calm under pressure, holding your boundaries, choosing silence when provoked. These are triumphs most won't see because they're busy chasing the appearance of strength instead of its substance. The world will always shift, but you can be a steady flame. That's the Stoic mission, not to escape life, but to build a mind unshaken by its storms. Write this in the comments. My strength comes from within. I don't chase approval. If you've watched this far, you're not here for shallow hype. You want truth. Here it is. You won't master your mind perfectly. You'll still overthink, react, slip into old habits. But now you're aware. Awareness is power. You're not your emotions. You're your choices. You're not your thoughts. You're how you respond to them. You don't need to predict life. Just face it with clarity. That's what Stoicism builds in you. Every pause before reacting. Every choice of discipline over emotion. Every moment of clarity over anger. That's control. That's growth. That's freedom. You don't need to be fearless. Just face your mind like a warrior and lead it with wisdom. If this video moved you, like, comment, share, and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom to transform you from within. Write this final affirmation in the comments. I lead my mind. I don't follow it.